Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I just got up and I am going to be making some porridge. All right, I am going to be using plantain. So this porridge is good for people who has a low iron deficiency. It's good for pregnant and lactating mothers because what it does, it gives you iron. So we are going to be making some cornmeal, some plantain porridge today. So we are going to be needing some green or half green plantains. I have some in here already. I have another piece here, which I am going to cut, and I am going to peel. For the last 3 days, I was busy. Didn't get to do any live videos. Alright. So the water is boiling. Here we have the plantain. We have a sweet milk. If you're a person that doesn't love sweet milk, you can use almond milk. But for me, whenever I am making porridge, I like to use sweet milk. And this is just a tradition from Jamaica, from the island, okay? So I have vanilla extract. I have Himalayan salt. You can use whatever salt of your choice. And also, if you have pimento leaves and stuff, you can put it in it. Also, I have nutmeg. So I have 2 blender cups. But this one, I'm using this one because it's damaged. And if you already know that when you're using anything like with banana or plantain, it's iron. So it can get really dark after a while. And this is what happened from blending stuff in the blender. So now I am going to be using the older blender cups. Alright, and I'm going to be blending. Please like up the video, guys, and follow me, subscribe. So I'm going to be So you're going to use a little more water. Just use a little more water. Make sure it's blended. I like when it's really blended, so when you're drinking it, it's smooth. Alright, so now it's blended. I am going to put, I'm going to throw off a little more, and then I'm going to add some more. Some people always write some weird stuff. Hi Winter, how you doing? shake it again and see. The name is so long. Nicole. Hi. No, what's her name? The one and only. Hi, the one and only, because if you an EBT cry had a voice, it would sound just like me. Oh Lord, he's so funny. Swaggerous Carlson. Hi. The EBT movie over here. Oh. Alrighty. You know what? I'm so glad you know about EBT. Do you wipe or let it crush? Do you wipe? No, I just let the plantains. If you're talking about the plantains, these plantains I cut them and put them inside the blender. I don't crush them. Alright, so now I am going to put the I am making plantain porridge. Plantain has a lot of iron. So if you have iron deficiency, you can make whether banana porridge, plantain porridge, whatever. You see? Do you see how smooth this is? Look at how smooth and creamy it is after blending it. So you have to make sure you stir it. Make sure you stir it all the time. You don't want any lumps in it. I am going to be using like 2 teaspoons of white flour. So I'm going to be using just for the thickness, just for it to come together. So I'm going to be using. So I'm going to use a little water. And I am going to have to use a fork. You have to use a fork to you have to use a fork so that the flour can stir this. You want to make sure you keep on stirring this. You have to keep stirring it like so. You have to keep on stirring it until it's cooked. Because if you don't keep on stirring it, it's going to have lump. You don't want any lump in it, alright? So you're going to keep on stirring it. Let's turn the stove down. Also, it have a tendency of popping. So you want to turn the stove down and low, and you stir it. Because you don't want it to burn. You don't want it to burn, and you don't want it to burn you also, and you don't want any lumps in it. Alright? So I think it needs a little more water, which I am going to put a little more water inside of it. It's very thick. It's It's very thick even without putting any flour inside of it. Very thick. And that is what I want. So I keep on stirring it. Keep on stirring. And I am going to be adding a little bit of Himalayan salt. How long do you have to do it on the stove? About 20 to 25 minutes and it's cooked. Not long. And I'm going to be using a little Himalayan salt. You have to use salt in it because if you don't use salt, it's going to it's not going to bring the taste together. So let's put a little salt in it and I stir it. Sometimes while you're making it, there's a piece of plantain that wasn't blended inside. There's a little piece of plantain that didn't blend. See? And that is the reason why I told you you have to make sure it's blended out properly. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back and I'm going to it's like you're making a batter, but you have to use a fork because you don't want any lump inside the flour. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of vanilla extract, probably about a spoonful. Let's put this back here. And some nutmeg, about a teaspoon of nutmeg. And you're going to stir it, stir it, stir it. And now let's put the flour in. This is the tricky part. While you're putting in this, you have to make sure you stir it. And this is the part where you have to constantly stir it because the flour can make lumps. The flour, it's very easy now for the flour to make lumps in the pot. Very easy. So you have to keep on stirring it. You have to keep on. This is the really tricky part of it. Really tricky part of it. Keep on stirring it. You have to keep on stirring this. You don't want any lump inside the pot. You probably get 1 or 2 little lumps, but not anything that you can't manage. Like, don't want any lumps. A whole lot of big lumps in there. You're gonna just keep on stirring it. You could also use a spoon, and once you are stirring it, you can use the spoon to crush out any little thing you see coming in, forming in there, like any little lumps. Let's turn the stove on low. Low, low, low. And just keep on stirring it. I'm going to taste it. Let's add a little more salt. You can see how small the thing is, so there's not much coming out of the salt. You see the time here, 15 minutes. All right. In the next 5 minutes, the porridge will be ready. So 5 minutes. This is like an exercise. So you just keep on stirring it. Just keep on stirring it. Keep on stirring it and make sure no lump is formed. Make sure no lump is formed and make sure it's not burned. So when you're making this type of porridge, you have to make sure you have time for it. It's not like cooking a pot of rice and you turn it down and you leave it. Porridge, with porridge, you have to make sure you stir it. Else it's going to be lumpy, and I don't want it to be lumpy. If it's lumpy, I am not going to enjoy it. So I have to make sure there is minimal lumps inside the pot. So when the porridge, when you're ready to sweeten your porridge and you're ready to have your porridge is free from the lumps. It probably form 2 little lumps or so, but not anything to be worried about. Not anything to aggravate you inside your mouth when you're eating it. So you're just going to keep on stirring it. Keep on stirring it. Keep on stirring. You see why you have to turn the stove down? Because you don't want the bottom of the porridge to burn. You don't want the bottom. If the bottom of the porridge is burned, it's going to have a whole different taste to it. And you don't want that. Hi, Winter. How you explain so well. Thank you so much, Winter. Yeah. This is like an exercise. This is like an exercise. Eating healthy is not really a fun thing sometimes, because the things you have to do to just keep up with life, you know, and everybody is not going to be on your page. Other people is not gonna be on your level, because they're gonna think and they're gonna say stupid stuff. But you know what you have to do to take care of your health. So you just keep on doing it. You don't care about people. You don't care about naysayers. One thing, when you're on a certain path, you don't care about people who is going to throw you under the bus and gonna say things about you. You just keep on doing things because you believe in what you're doing and you believe in yourself. Right? So that's what it is. Don't be disheartened when people do not like what you do. Don't be disheartened when people say bad things about you. It's not about you, it's about them. It's about how they feel about themselves. You know? Thank you, Winter. It's about how they feel about themselves. So they will throw it on you because they want you to look bad and they want to cramp your spirit. But don't let them cramp your spirit. Don't let them do that. They will feel happy and think that they win, but you're going to show them that you are a leader. You are the leader of the pack and you won't be quitting. You won't be quitting, and you believe in yourself and you believe in what you do. That is how people are. They only want to see you at the top. Once they see you doing something, they don't believe in it, and you have to work hard to build it. They will belittle you with their mouth and their action. But once they see you at the top, that's the time they want to join in with you. That's why you have to be a leader. You cannot be like them. You have to know yourself. And you have to stand up for what you believe in. All right, so I'm going to taste it. All right, so now it's 20 minutes. So now I am going to just put it in low. This is the milk right here. This is a sweet milk. So I am going to cut the milk. See, I have to pay attention even when I'm cutting the milk because I have the stove on low, but I don't want any lumps. All right, let's turn it off. So now I'm going to cut the milk. Let's cut the milk here. If the cutter is giving me trouble, I am going to be using my knife because I am that girl. I am that girl, that woman who is going to be using my knife because I am from the island. Thank you. I'm from the island. So see how I use my hand? I am from the island and I'm not afraid to do hard work. Okay? And I know how to make things work. So now, I do not measure the milk. I sweeten it. And because I have a lot of experience in making this type of thing. Alright? So I just sweeten it like so. Stir it and stir it and stir it. I stir it and stir it until when I taste it, then I know it's sweet and then I know it's ready. It's ready to drink. Alright, so now I taste it. Let's put a little more milk in it. A little more milk. If you're a girl like me that's from the island, you know how it is. You know we make this porridge and it has to have a good amount of thin milk. That's how we enjoy it. Alright, so now I am going to be sharing my porridge. Let's do this. This is black. Alright, my porridge is ready. Let's clean the counter. Porridge. I fell on this stuff here. Let's wipe it. Alright, and now this is the porridge. Look in the pot. You see how the porridge is? And I'm going to throw it out. I am going to throw it out. Wow. Let's wipe the tip of the pot and what fell off. Alright, and if you want to put a little milk and a little more milk on top, woo! And you want a little more nutmeg, because I can, that's why I do it. And look inside my porridge, look inside of it. Look inside of it. Do you see how nice and rich this is? And you can stir it if you want to. Look, you see the consistency of the porridge. Look at it. Look at the consistency of the porridge. It gives you iron. If you are pregnant and lactating mother, you can have this. It is rich in iron. If you are iron deficient, you can have this and it will raise your iron level. Look at the consistency. So you cool it. This is like a delicacy. So satisfying. Thank you, Winter. You already know the Shreps. If we're from the island, you know the Shreps. So guys, I love you all for watching. Don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to share. Alright, I will be on the live again probably about 1 o'clock sometime. I'll be doing something. So you're going to be seeing what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not going to tell you yet. But guys, until then, I will see you in another video. Yes, you did all of that. Thank you, Winter, for sticking with me. Thank you, everybody. But a special shout out to Winter. Yeah, I'll see you about 3. No problem. Thank you, Winter. And guys, I thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Until then, guys, I will see you in another video. Bye.